Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 15 spoilers are out. Without further delay, let's jump right into the video. Shinki's Shinju Ryu is on the cover page with the mountains of iron sand as the background. His official colors are orange, and the title of the chapter is A Fulfilling Life. Chapter starts with a flashback of how Shinki became the Shinju. We start in the land of sand, and we move inside a hideout that looks similar to Boruto and Koji's hideout. Shinki and others are stuck in a sand coffin. Shinki says, "What is the meaning of this, father? Please release us. We will fight too." Gaara replies, "That's too dangerous. I will guide you guys to the exit. Run away." And that's an order from the Kazekage. Shinki screams, "Father!" Matsuri says, "That's why I told you I only came for Boruto and his accomplice. I don't care about you all. By the way, if you don't treat that injury, won't you die? I think there is no time to worry about the kids." Gaara replies, "That's exactly why I cannot let the youth with a future die in a place like this, even if I have to give my own life." This scene seems to be parallel to what Might Guy said against Madara, where Gaara was present too. Matsuri replies, "If you don't resist, I'll let the kids go." Yodo screams, "Lord Kazekage." Gaara says, "I am counting on you, the future of the Sand Village." Claw Grimes starts running towards Gaara, and Shinki, using his full strength, removes his hand from the sand coffin and uses his iron sand to unseal himself, and uses Jutsu Iron Sand Palm Sealing to protect Gaara. Gaara asks Shinki to stop. Shinki replies, "Father, you are needed for the future of the Sand Village." Matsuri says, "What a bad child. You should have listened to your father." And one of the Claw Grimes devours Shinki and he turns into a tree. His last words to his teammates were to tell Uncle Kankuro what happened to father. We see unconscious Gaara inside the seal. This parallels Kawaki sealing Naruto in order to protect him. Coming back, Matsuri checks the seal, but it's not broken, as Shinki is still alive even though he is turned into a tree. Matsuri says he risked his life to save his father. It would be interesting if he joined us. Now it makes sense why Matsuri was chomping at the bit to see who appears out of the new Thorn Soul. Kankuro informs Shikamaru what happened, and the only one who can unseal Gaara is Shinki. And he asks Shikamaru if there is a way to save Shinki, as after that only they can save Gaara. As we saw in the last chapter, Sarada and Sumire are with Shikamaru. Shikamaru says, "Kankuro, first tell me, after Shinki became a tree, anyone with Shinki's chakra was spotted nearby?" Kankuro answers, "No, there are no such reports yet." Shikamaru says, "That's good, but keep this in mind. As for the trees, we are examining them and forming countermeasures. As soon as we find anything, we will inform you." Kankuro asks Shikamaru to stay safe, as he doesn't want to worry about him as well. On the next page, Sarada says, "No way, does this mean the number of enemies is increased?" Shikamaru says, "We can't say for sure, but we should consider this possibility." Shikamaru asks both of them once Boruto comes in contact with them to tell him to meet Shikamaru, as everything is fine. Now we need information. Sarada says understood, and both left the Hokage office. One of the Koji's toads was in there as well. We move to the Shinjus, and we get a full look at Ryu. He says, "Ryu, is that my name?" Jura says, "Yes, I gave that name to you to establish your identity, as it's the most basic information." Ryu says, "Ryu, I quite like my name. You understand me, don't you, Jura-senpai?" Matsuri says, "What's with this guy?" As is the case with other Shinju, his personality is different from Shinki. Coming back, Ryu says, "Sure, please wait a minute." And the claw marks on his back turn into iron sand. It goes around the cube, and we can see an eye on the cube. He grabs Code and pulls him out of the cube. Code says, "Let me go, damn it." Ryu says who this guy is. It seems like he was sneaking around. Jura says, "Let him go. In a way we owe him a debt of gratitude." And Ryu frees him. Jura asks Code, "What are you doing here and how you will be helpful to us?" Code replies, "What's your plan? Do you have no intention of devouring the Otsutsuki?" Jura replies, "Although I intend to do so eventually. Right now there are lots of other issues that need to be prioritized. I've deliberately kept off the matter with Otsutsuki." Jura continues, "You have a grudge against Boruto, right? Go ahead and kill him. Kawaki is enough as fodder." Code says, "What makes you think you can decide what I should do? You monster's job is to devour Otsutsuki and produce a chakra fruit. And don't forget this. I am the one who will eat the chakra fruit." Jura says, "What would happen if we ate the chakra fruit containing all the genetic data of a planet?" Which pisses off Code. He activates the white karma and says, "You won't understand until you see some pain." He teleports his hand on Jura's clothes and tries to attack, but Jura cuts his hand with his laser biju bomb. Code's hand drops on the ground, and he screams in pain. Jura says, I am grateful to you for awakening free will in us. Thanks to you, I am enjoying the exciting days. Jura continues, it seems like you lack excitement in your life. Out of respect to my benefactor, I give you one assignment. Find Otsutsuki Boruto and his unknown ally and kill them. In exchange, I will give you the chakra fruit. What do you think? This will be a mission for a fulfilling life, won't it? Code stops the bleeding with the claw marks. Mamushi laughs and says, the miserable state you are in makes me feel good. Code says, you have humiliated me, you bastards, and accepts the proposal. Jura says, good luck. I'll support you as you follow your destiny. Code says, laugh all you want, but the last one laughing will be me. On the next page, Ryu says, that's one nasty bastard. Can I kill him when I see him next time? Jura says, yes, you have free will to do so. But before that, you need to hear your inner voice to find your target. Ryu says it's already decided, but he is sealed right now. My target is the 5th Kazakagegara. We move on to the Hokage mountain. Boruto is sitting on Naruto's stone face. Kawaki appears there. Boruto asks, are you alone? Kawaki replies, Ida is probably watching. Boruto says, what's the matter, not attacking me this time? Kawaki says, why didn't you tell the truth to Konoha shinobis? Boruto replies, because nothing good would come out of it. No matter what's the truth, some will believe and some won't. The split will create more confusion. I wanted to avoid that. At least now Konoha is operating normally towards a rogue ninja who committed treason. Besides, I have the strength to remain unfazed, thanks to my master. Kawaki looks at Boruto and says, what happened to that bastard, Momoshiki? From what I can tell, you still cannot control the karma. Boruto replies that about 2 years ago, when Master faced Code, I used karma for the first time after leaving the village. That's when I got the feeling of getting taken over by Momoshiki, or something close to it. Boruto continues, I stopped being myself. It felt like dying while still being conscious. After that, I never used my karma. Kawaki replies, what do you mean? How did this thing happen? Boruto replies, I don't know, for the last 3 years he has been quiet. It's possible that karma activation might be a trigger to bring him out. Kawaki says, damn it. In some way it's still getting worse. Boruto sighs and says, Kawaki, I think you already get this. We can't deal with the Shinju through ordinary means. Especially Jura, there is nothing I can do on my own. I need your help. Kawaki says, hey, don't try to change the subject. We are not done talking about Momoshiki. Boruto says defeating Shinju comes before that. Once they're gone, and if I go berserk, kill me without hesitation. Kawaki looks at him. Boruto continues, either way, you need to get stronger. Your dad's student, right? I'd say it's better to unseal him and train directly under him. But that's not realistic. It would take too much time. Kawaki, what I am about to tell you is something sooner or later you will find on your own. If it's going to be the same, I'd rather tell you now. Kawaki says, hey, wait, what are you talking about? On the next page, Boruto says, ask Amato. He has been hiding your power. Kawaki says, what? Boruto continues, on top of putting limiter on your attack threshold, your defenses and regeneration abilities have been adjusted to surpass their limits. Kawaki is shocked, and we zoom into Kawaki's eye, and we move to Amato's monitor. He is watching through Kawaki's eyes. Previously we have seen him watch through Delta's eyes, but now it seems he has updated Kawaki as well. Now it makes sense why Kawaki was miserable even after using his karma. Amato has suppressed his attack powers in order to boost his defense and health, like in a video game. Coming back, Amato continues hearing them. Kawaki says, that old man, all because he will be in trouble if I die. On the next page, Amato says, Boruto, how do you have this information? And he remembers when Kawaki found a toad on Boruto in chapter 13, and says no, even if it was real, it's hard to think Koji would have survived. Even if he is alive, what's he going to do this late in the game? What is his goal? Well, Amato is already preparing for Koji. As far as we know, Amato might have added a shutdown command to him as well. And maybe that's why Koji didn't want Boruto to reveal his name, as Amato can literally shut him down. Coming back, Boruto says Amato has his own reasons for needing your karma. He was toying with your abilities so that you wouldn't die no matter what. But he was anticipating a code level threat. So basically, even though Kawaki has a limiter, he is still on the level of limiterless code. Coming back, Boruto stands up and says, if you think I am lying, go ask Amato. Kawaki says, Boruto, My line of thinking hasn't changed. Let it be Shinju or the Ten Tails. It's all Otsutsuki's fault. They should be eliminated without a trace, you and me both as well. To start, we'll get rid of the Shinju. There's no other way. I will help you one more time. Boruto laughs and says, "Don't go holding me back, brother." Kawaki replies back at you bastard, and the chapter ends. The end text says Boruto and Kawaki have finally joined the forces, and how will Konoha react to the crisis fallen on Sand Village? This was another banger chapter. Most probably we are getting Kazekage Rescue Arc 2.0 just like in the Naruto manga. Amato was still in control of things. He and Code might be wildcards in the upcoming arc. Comment below with your thoughts on the spoilers, and we will meet in the next one.